Bag.
I know. They just fit differently in the same bag. Now I got all my gels in this bag. Uh-oh. I missed. Oh, no, that's something else. What?
This gel.
Yes. Let me see it. Oh. Okay, that's Eric Kayaker.
Get some glasses.
And then I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to send this guy in my stead. Is that cool?
There you go. Put some glasses on him. Why is that so cute? We're going to keep Eric home.
Little Eric is ready to go. All right. So one side of me is very sad because I'm leaving my family, I'm leaving my wife, my kids, but I'm also ready to go because I've been training for a long time. I've been kayaking for 6 years. I mean, it's time to go.
Sure about this? Has anyone told you, Eric, your shirt's inside out?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we can put the boat up first, and then you can switch.
No, I can't.
All right.
It's annoying.
It's my second catch in like a week.
I first met Eric on a trip. We had a bunch of blind and sighted youth, kids that were kind of coming down on their adventure, and Eric was kind of the mentor of that group. And throughout the trip, you know, we thought it would be fun to just get in a ducky and play around. So I started tooting a whistle for Eric, and he'd follow me through, and we had a lot of fun. It was great. And, you know, it's like, this is cool. And I remember floating one point downstream with Eric after a rapid, just side by side, you know, and chatting. And the idea came up like, man, you should come kayak the whole Grand Canyon sometime. And that sounded like a great idea. All right. It's actually happening, you guys. Woo! We're going on a river trip. Thank you. I know, it's hard to believe. So you guys, I just wanted to kind of...
The Grand Canyon is Harlan's home, so he feels so comfortable in this environment. And it's really cool to see somebody like that. In a way, he's like a river Yoda.
And you guys, let's haul our boats down a little bit, and we can spread out a little bit. Here you go, bud. I'll take you over to your boat.
Thanks.
I'll let you get naked, and then I'll come back. I'll grab your paddle.
All right.
And we want to flip this around, so you're at the front, so I'll have you spin. Keep going. A little bit further.
Do you want me to lead?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, you got the bow, a small left. Okay. I see. You don't want to go, okay. That's up to you, bro. Eric, why don't you go left? Left a little further? Yeah. And then down to the water. Perfect. At the water's edge. Hey, Eric. I've got your helmet here. Now, is this the one with the new... Oh, guess what? There's no headset. Oh, no, here it is.
Yeah, there's a
tucked in
Yeah.
here. So, Eric, did you guys figure out the helmets?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, is yours attached?
Yep, I'm attached. I'm going to get dressed, and then we can sign on and see how it works.
Harlan always wears a collared shirt underneath his dry jacket.
You always wear a collared shirt to the office, don't you?
How you feel?
Really good, man. I feel great.
Been running around.
Yeah, it's good. This is, you know, the nice thing about this right now, though, is we shove off the gear, and then for kayakers, this is what we do, right?
Yeah.
We're in our element. This is what we've been training for. The Grand Canyon whitewater is very unique because of its sheer volume. You get these massive hydraulics, you get boils, whirlpools. The Colorado River running through the Grand Canyon is known for big, iconic rapids. These rapids are spaced out intermittently, and in between them are these long, calm sections, these long pools. The biggest of all of these rapids is Lava Falls. A lot of people get offline and they make big mistakes in lava because you can't really see where you're going. There's a lot of anticipation leading up to each rapid.
Hearing Harlan's voice, it goes beyond just information. Like, this soothing voice is there that's saying, I'm right here next to you.
There you go. Nice, easy forward strokes. Nothing too hard right here. Perfect. Slow left. Just nice and loose. Let's be clear and calm in the moment. Clear, calm, and creates nice, decisive, good action.
The beginning rapids are less intimidating. The Grand Canyon has this nice build towards these massive rapids in the inner gorge.
We're doing good. We're lined up perfectly. So we're going to be entering the tongue here. Nice forward paddles now. Hold that line. We're kind of coming into some bigger waves.
I've mapped this place. I know each day. I know where the big rapids are. I've studied them. Horn and Granite and Hermit, leading all the way up to the granddaddy of them all, which is lava. And even though I've just started, lava's never out of my mind. It's always there at the edge. I got invited to this recreational program, and my dad would drive me like 3 hours up to this program. And once a month they would take us out doing different sports. They'd take us canoeing and sailing and tandem biking, and one weekend they took us rock climbing. And I was climbing up this beautiful granite face, and I couldn't see the rock, but I could use my hands and my feet as my eyes. And I could feel all the little like patterns, all the little features in the rock, and it was so wild because it was like sort of connecting the dots, like this sort of puzzle that I couldn't see, but I could sort of figure out how to decipher it with my hands. It was just full-on engagement, and I got to the top of that rock face, and I just remember thinking that this was the opposite of what I thought blindness would be like. It was probably in my late 20s that I started thinking about Everest. It's not like in the movies where like you go climbing the first time and then you're like, oh, I'm going to stand on the top of Everest someday. You know, it's a long process. When I got to Everest, I felt in over my head most of the time. Like that. And some guy, this dude Sandy, came in today. He didn't know I was in the tent. He didn't know I was sitting right here. And he goes,
Wow, you guys are going to have a hell of a time getting the blind guy up there. You guys have your work cut out for you.
What'd that make you feel like, Eric?
Half of me thought, oh shit, must be really hard. The other half of me said, I'm going to prove him wrong.
That's the spirit.
We're gonna do it, Eric.
All right.
I needed to kind of really force myself to believe that this thing was possible.
Good job, buddy. You did it. You did it. Took everybody wrong. Okay.
Dude, how's it feel?
I feel good now.
So I'm on that high
Congratulations, huh?
Thank you.
when one of my teammates pulls me aside and he said, hey Eric, do me a favor. Don't let this mountain be the greatest thing you ever do. What else is there? Like, where do I go from here?
It's plenty deep.
Okay.
Let me have your hand,
All right.
and I want you to go all the way as far as you can and then snap up. How's that feel?
Cold.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3.
Eric asked me to teach him how to roll, and I had no idea it was going to lead to other things. Started kayaking rivers.
Start paddling forward. We're going to do an eddy peel out. Good, good. Stay with it. Nope, not yet. A little further, and eddy peel out. We're going to do the rooster tail this time. Hold that line. Paddle forward. Small right. Left. Small left. Sorry. Good. Hold that line. Hold that line. Small right. Good.
When you flip over in your kayak, your basic instinct is just to pull that spray skirt and swim for your life. You got to try to roll. You're way safer inside your boat than you are out of your boat. But when I would flip over, I would just panic.
How come I started having unsettled stomach problems as soon as it seemed to coincide when I started learning to kayak?
Here? This area? Which is okay, not the greatest.
Pass this up here. Here we go. Here's camel can.
Kelly, are you supposed to go this way now?
Miscellaneous. That's my water bottle.
That's worthless. Direct now? Okay.
When I started thinking about kayaking, I was almost 40 years old. Everything, rivers were just so different from mountains. I thought, this is a really vulnerable spot where you're like actually trying to embark on something brand new. And I don't know if I have it in me. I remember standing on the river that first time, listening to the rapids, thinking, I climbed Mount Everest, so why am I so fucking scared?
Slide, slide, slide. All right. Nice.
Sometimes I don't know why I stick with this. Partly it's because of my friends. They're not seeing this like little blind guy squirming in the corner. They're seeing something else, and I want to be that thing they see.
Right turn again. Good, forward paddle. There's going to be one hit down here at the bottom we'll tell you about. Nice easy forward. Hold that line charge a bit.
There were days I was learning, in 1,000 hours of preparation. When I was flailing and bleeding and slamming into rocks and swimming through these rapids, I think it fed my ego to be the only blind kayaker out of 7 billion people on Earth. Then I learned about Lonnie.
As long as I can roll up as many times as I roll down, I'm golden.
Fair enough.
Chris and Seth I met this summer for the first time. I don't know how they stay with me when I screw up, but they do. Sometimes I think I've pushed them a little bit out of their comfort zone on trying a few things, but so far it's worked.
I mean, bluntly, kayaking is a dangerous sport. For anyone who can see, there's things that can suck you down and hold you there until you drown. You can smash into rocks. You can get flipped over and smash your head against an underwater rock. You could get knocked out and be floating down the river unconscious. And then all that stuff is just multiplied when you can't see any of it coming.
I've slammed into some walls and things like that, so I don't really like to do that. So yeah.
You don't like to go careening into rock walls?
I've slammed into a few walls, yeah. Like dented my helmet, you know. And it's like it's almost good that you don't know it's coming, you know.
Oh,
then you just like bounce off and roll over and then hopefully roll back up. But
Hey, Eric, where you at, man?
I'm right here.
High five Titus. Talk to me.
All right, hold on.
Here we come. I'm coming.
Talk.
Yeah.
One more time.
Woo!
1, 2, 3.
Lower. Okay, hold on.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I didn't get close to you. I gotta get close. Let me turn back
1,
in.
2, 3.
There you are. Ah.
That's lame. Hold on a second.
Once I got over the shock of not being the only blind kayaker in the world, I thought I really liked this guy. And so I invited him on the expedition. You never know what to believe with Lonnie. When he told us that he had gone blind in a hunting accident, he said he was hunting with Dick Cheney. And it turned out that was actually true, except the Dick Cheney part. His friend heard a noise. They were in thick bushes. He whirled around and shot him. Lonnie still has lead pellets all on his skin. I've actually felt the pellets under there.
I used to make money cutting firewood for people and cutting wood around home and everything else. So it's nice to be able to feel comfortable coming out here and just doing stuff I used to do. Like I said, I'm not near as fast. The links aren't right, the angles, but still, I can do it. I was out at the Disabled American Veterans Winter Sports Clinic, and the organization, Team River Runner, had kayaks out there in the pool. So I was like, this is cool, And they called me up and asked me if I wanted to do the whitewater in a raft. I said, no. I said, that would scare me to death. And they're like, well, you can't do it in a kayak because you got to do at least 1,000 rolls and you have to have more experience. So I'm like, okay. Well, he didn't know I had my kayak here on this porch. So I thought, all right. So I took my kayak and I drug it down to my pond down there the next day.
Practice those babies.
When I first started, I was just learning. I kind of picked it up. Well, I did 100 rolls the next day.
God, it's gigantic. It's almost like, doesn't seem right. That's open. There's an open. It opens up somewhere
open
there.
Off to the left.
Here,
yeah.
take my finger.
Yeah.
It opens somewhere there, maybe.
Right,
I mean,
right,
I don't know.
That's kind of what I'm thinking because I hear people talking.
Right.
And then it's naturally, definitely open in front of me, and then
Yeah.
I don't know how far to my right. Well, how far to my right do you think it is?
It's closed. Seems like it's closed all the way to like.
I want to feel where you're at.
Seems like it's closed maybe all the way to like there.
Now, see, to me, I would think, yeah, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know,
somewhere like that.
Yeah. I don't know if we're right or not.
Lonnie and I started kayaking separately, so we were developing our systems completely in an isolated way.
If I have a guide in front of me giving me voice commands of left and right, simple commands, and we just go by voice.
So as we're coming in down the tongue, we're going to be making an angle from the left to the right. We're going to
Okay.
be ferrying to the right. And then just above the rock, above the big rock in the middle of the river, we're going to just kind of cut to the right.
Cut to the right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sound like playing? Let me know when you're ready.
Let me hear you give some commands. I don't really hear you too well.
I was talking, I had the mic a little ways away from my mouth too. So left turn, hard right, hard right, hard right. Charge, charge, charge.
Yeah, they're getting worse again.
Yeah?
You're broken, repeat.
What?
Straight left, alright, left. Hold this.
Hold that line! Hold that line!
Hold that line, hold that line. Hold that line, hold that line.
Hard left, right, hard right, hard right.
Right turn, hard right, hard right, hard right.
Hard.
10 feet of distance, there was nothing. 5 feet of distance, it was super loud.
It was more like.
Some muffled.
Oh, maybe something. There we go.
You got it? Cool.
It's
How
not
loud
like God
is it?
though, but I can't hear it.
Is it pretty faint?
It's terrible. So you're messing with Harlan's.
Correct. Yeah. So we'll take this out and replace it with one that we think works, but we don't know for sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's the speaker. So that
Let me
one
put
we
that
got
on, Scott.
labeled bad. I mean, bad microphone. Yeah. Right here. Oh my gosh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's loud. One thing about the Grand Canyon is that it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Every day you're experiencing bigger and bigger rapids. Every day you're waking up and you put on wet gear and getting in your kayak, and every day has a map of a bunch of hard rapids that you have to get through. And day after day, it's pretty exhausting.
Only a small percentage of the time is actually running these chaotic whitewater rapids. Each rapid might last 30 seconds, maybe a minute long. The times in between, we're paddling from rapid to rapid, are these long, calm stretches.
I like drifting down the river. It's a time for me to listen to the canyon walls and bring in a lot more information into my mind. You know, like I can hear the little pour-overs and the rocks. I can feel the sun and shade lines in the canyon at the different times of day. I love the peaceful times on the river. I think I like them actually better than the rapids.
Gee, there's a scorpion crawling up the inside of my thigh.
That's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
At least something in this river can get you.
I'm gonna drown that little sucker out of here. I think he's still in my boat. We never saw him floating. And he got me too. The inside of my leg is totally numb.
The one I got scorped by my butt was a quarter. That's like a tiny little guy.
Fair warning, guys. Check your boats for scorpions.
Check everything.
Here we go. Okay, because Harlan had to jump out of his kayak as the scorpion was about to bite his inner thigh and other nether worlds, it's time for what, fellas? Booty beer! Yeah! Yeah, get that in there. Yeah! Oh, drink. Good job. Yeah! Give it up for him, guys!
Booty bears.
Oh, that's excellent. All right.
Got beat up.
some time to just get away.
So funny. I like that.
Find a place
That's what
by the riverside. Everybody's feeling high.
Yeah.
When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with this really rare eye disease, retinoschisis. And my brain just went into denial. I just wanted to be a kid. I had people that I loved who said, hey, it's going to be okay. And I appreciated that. I loved that support, but nobody knew, really. It doesn't matter how many people have said, get ready for this, it's happening. Like, I was not ready. It felt like I'd gotten hit in the head with a sledgehammer. A week before my freshman year in high school, I lost the last traces of vision. And I wasn't like a little bit seeing impaired. I was blind as a bat. Like, I could not see to take a step. I was born into this really great family. My dad's a Marine pilot, aviator, just really tough, really disciplined.
I have a placard. I send it to sons and daughters when I think they could use it, but it's when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, and the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to sigh, but you have to cry. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit.
My mom was really loving, really soft, almost fragile in a way.
His mom, she was the one that went into schools and absolutely demanded that he be schooled like a normal kid. So she was a real tiger, lioness.
I remember listening to my brothers out there playing basketball as I was going blind and just really wanting to be a part of that, and really sort of angry because, you know, what was I going to do? I couldn't catch a baseball or anything. And one of the things I heard that a blind person could do was to wrestle. And so one day after school, I found myself tapping my cane down the hallway towards that stinky, musty wrestling room and just signing up. And that first day, the captain of the team slammed my head against the mat so hard, just like every other kid, and I loved it, that this was my family.
Come on, Eric!
After I went blind, I felt like I was stuck in this prison. It was scary being inside, and it was also scary trying to get out of it.
Cool, how you guys feeling?
Kind of like business.
Business
moment.
Yeah. Focus, perhaps.
Focus.
I like focus. I think that's a good word. Downstream, you guys, we have Horn Creek Rapid. It's actually the steepest rapid in the Grand Canyon.
All right.
So one of my
I can hear it.
One of my favorites down here in the Grand Canyon. But yeah, and you know, just be loose, be thoughtful in your strokes and calm. And
are we going to jump in? Do you want us to jump into that eddy down below, or do you want us to?
You know, we'll probably eddy out there, and then once everybody's through, we can peel off and celebrate. And We're all gonna just grease our lines, I know it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks, Lonnie.
Yep, see you, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's you.
Cool. Any questions about it?
No, man.
No?
That sounds good.
Okay. I'm feeling
So
good.
the first, when you angle in,
Yeah.
the first will probably be left, right?
Yep. So we're gonna be
Yeah.
running right to left.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's actually there'll be a lateral. So on that left, we're gonna be kind of squaring up to a lateral
Yeah.
coming off the right horn. So there'll be a one hit there, and then we'll have a little bit of slack water, so we'll push through that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just about to enter the tongue here. Hold that line. Small left. Small left. Hold that line. Let that current take you a little bit. Perfect. Hold that line. Hold that line. Charge a little bit. Couple laterals here. Small left. Left. There you go. Hold that line. Hard left, hard left. Perfect. Good job, brother.
You got the beach about 10 feet in front of you. And 5 feet. And there she is right there.
Touchdown. Thanks.
One of the life tragedies that you face. Eric was at wrestling camp, and his mom was in a car accident. I walked onto the edge of the mat, and he knew that it was his dad, and he said, Dad, where are you? He said, you know, the tournament's not until Saturday. And then I had to tell him that his mom had died. So that was a huge blow to him.
Losing my mom was the definition of pain, like so painful that you wonder how your body goes forward, how your heart keeps ticking.
Not long after that, he went totally blindness at the same time, blindness and losing your mom. And I've thought many times about the fact that that would destroy many people, right? I never figured out why it didn't destroy him.
Ready, Biggie? Towards my voice? Oh.
The way people react to bad things is that they shut down and they build a lot of crust around themselves. And I'm the first person who does that. And yet something keeps nagging at me, telling me that that's, to build up that crust is the exact wrong thing to do. lay it open. And that's where the great stuff happens in your life. The river isn't really alive, but it has a strong character. Some rapids are big and friendly and big waves, and some are really violent, like going into a boxing match. You just get stomped. So it's easy to think about the canyon and the rapids as sort of having life and energy. Each rapid, you want to do well, you know, you want to squeak through the gauntlet. But now I hear something below. It's hard to know exactly what it is, and so it just like gets that little tingle in your belly, and you're like, okay, what is that ahead?
Small left. There, hold that line. We're still about 150 feet away.
There's always that potential chance that the river takes me away or washes me one direction and him the other direction, or I flip upside down. And that is a very stark reality. Never before have I felt so adamant that I have to be upright. I have to be upright and be, you know, aware of what's going on. When I first met Eric, I think the thing that drew me to him and being involved in this project the most was not necessarily kayaking the Grand Canyon with a blind guy, but we were both given uncertainties at a young age. It's definitely interesting that several of my pivotal moments in life have happened with water. My mom had been taking us on river trips since I was probably 3 years old. Yeah, here's just a bunch of old random photos. This is my first waterfall I ever dropped in my kayak. Up in Oregon, middle of wintertime, freezing cold. So this is me probably when I was 3 or 4. And then this is my sister Marika. And my dad, his name was Garen. He died when I was 7. And he was 41, I believe. So he was probably my age. After my dad died, I got really quiet and didn't say much for a couple years. I think I lost myself in a way. I didn't process the grieving or the loss at all. Finding my dad dead in a bathtub with water spraying on his face, not being able to pull him out of the water. I remember just feeling totally fucking helpless, you know? Big 250-pound sack of muscle and guy laying in a bathtub and not being able to really know what to do. But I think that is something that I carried on with me for quite a while. There's a part of you that, you know, wants to live and survive and continue on, but I think for some reason my relationship with water has always felt like it's okay. I'm haunted by water.
You know, I'd always thought of Harlan as indestructible. You know, he's like a superhero. But I don't think you can ever really truly see a person. You know, see past that armor to this kid that's just sitting there helpless and shattered and speechless. You know, feeling the weight of that water on his soul. It's not lost on me that after his dad died, he had to find his own way out of that deep well of despair just to find that voice again, and that's the voice that's carrying us down the river. If you break down things like lava, you realize it's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes, and I can handle 2 minutes. I'm really trying to block that out of my mind right now, because that's several days away, and I'm not just going to sit and harp on it. It's a miserable sort of way to do it. It's not healthy for my brain. Like the Khumbu ice fall, this 2,000-foot jumbled up section of boulders of ice of like every size imaginable. I remember feeling panicked, you know, just like I'm going to be trapped in this landscape forever. And so it was after getting beat up by the ice fall many times that I realized that I was kind of going through the motions, that I wasn't really believing that I could stand on top.
Give you a long pause and say like that. I can't hear you. What? Stand up. Stand up.
It's so hard to be fully in the moment when you're on that mountain because there's so much fear, there's so much anxiety, and all that stuff becomes like a layer between you and the mountain. Harlan has this really deep affinity to the river. He experiences the river in such an honest way, and I want to experience it that way too. I keep feeling like I'm letting myself down somehow because I'm not in the state that Harlan is in. It's like a person looking through a window at an experience rather than being in the experience. I slept till like maybe 2:30 and then just couldn't fall asleep. I just lay there listening to the Neville Rapid out there. It's kind of loud.
I'm getting ready to run through this little rapid here. I'm going to try it solo. The only thing I'm going to want from these guys is to tell me going in if, you know, I split the sound of the big roar or if I keep it off to one side or the other going in. And then I'm just going to try to feel the waves and see if I can roll right down through.
Tell me about that run. How was that?
It was Independence, man.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I don't know. I know you know the feeling of, well, that's one of the harder things of not being able to see is losing that freedom and total independence. And that's just a small moment of just, it's just it, you know.
Just going down by feel. That's super cool.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Well, good job.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Ooh, and you're T-shirting it too.
Yeah. Seth, what is it? Sun's out, guns out kind of stuff, man? Yeah, thanks, bud.
Hold on a second, though. You gotta go.
I got you.
You gotta go.
Gotta go. Oh, yeah, gotta roll them, huh?
All right, now you're better.
Yeah, but I ain't got the guns you got, so, you know, there you go. You know, but you got the guns out, I got the chicken wings. So.
I guess so. There's a rapid called Upset ahead that's kind of a big one. And some people say it's fun. I hope that's the case.
Hey, Hart.
Thank you. Eating your porridge?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some porridge.
Yeah, porridge is good breakfast because it goes down easy.
When your tummy's upset above upset?
Yeah. Sausage before upset. It's just not flying.
No. Well, how about this?
Big meaty sausage.
I'll put some in your pants for later. You can have it after upset.
Thanks. I'll slide them in my pocket.
You can have some pocket meat.
Well, I mean, I can hear some loud waves right down there. I think maybe that's on the right side, right, Harlan? We'll maybe miss that stuff, that loud noise there.
Some little pour-overs,
Yeah.
And so just like we were talking about, you know, you pointed out you heard something over there, so we're going to stay off the wall.
Yeah.
But we also kind of want to be moving almost towards the wall to get away from that. There's a hole at the bottom.
How you feel about upset, Lonnie?
Nice. On me, on me, on me. On me, on. On me. On me. Very nice. Keep coming, keep coming. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Dude, you came so freaking close to this monster hole. Hold that line. Hold that line, little bigger wave. Hold that line, small right. Right turn. Hold that line. Hold that line, charge. Hold that line. Hold that line, charge, charge. Hold that line, small right. Hold that line, charge. Charge, charge, please stop, small right. Hold that line, right turn, now left turn. Perfect, brother, perfect. Hold that line and we're almost through it. Hold that line. Hold that line. We're through it. We're through it. Good job, brother. Nice job, Enough. Nailed it. Good job.
You're doing it like we've talked about. It's our little mantra above the rapid, right? Like, be clear, calm, and precise in your action, and be at peace in where you are in the moment. And then at that moment, that just allows you to let everything else go. You know, and I think seeing you harness that, I mean, it freaking brings tears to my eyes because it's amazing. You know, it's like that. I think is you reaching this next level of the sport. That's something that I've had to learn to harness. Now I get to share it with you, and seeing that you're letting it in is really cool.
Dry heaved several times this morning. When I think about it.
Yeah. You said you didn't eat, so have you ate yet?
You know, I think a lot about lava. It's starting to weigh a lot in my mind, consume a lot of space in my mind. And I can get sort of down and thinking about, oh, you know, so many things could go wrong. But then I think, gosh, it's just another rapid, you know. I got to just execute and do what I've done in the past.
Look at how far it is. We're gonna go away.
So as we're coming into green water, we're going to meet what I call the slick, and it's kind of right where the eddy line meets. And we're just going to kind of hug that eddy line. We're not going to, it's not going to mess with us too much because we're going to be pointed kind of right downstream.
Pointed right down.
Pretty much. And then when we kind of start getting closer to the rapid, there's some boils that kind of start to form. And the boils are going to feel like it's kind of surfing us one way or the other.
Does the 2 entry waves knock you over?
No. 2 entry waves you'll be fine on. If it does tip you, just, you know, again, nice and calm in the moment. Just be where you are, focus on nothing else but just setting up for that roll, nail your roll, and then be listening for commands, and we'll get through those tail waves.
Cool.
And then it'll be done.
All right.
Charge, 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 charge.
Good. Just find that feeling, remember that feeling, just harnessing everything, nice calm breaths. Doing everything right here, right now. We're in the moment. Nothing else matters. We're kayaking. Clear, calm, precise thoughts, action.
Whenever you're ready, buddy. Just take some forward strokes out of the current. Slow left. There you go. Hold that line. Have a good one, fellas. Small right. There you go. Hold that line. Small right again. Hold that line. Let's go small left. Okay, hold that line. So we're still about 100 yards above here. Some nice calm water. And I will speak up in that rapid. Small left. Hold that line. Small left. Hold that line.
Getting closer to that first slick I told you about. So we're still in green water, still in green water. We're gonna start approaching this boil, hold that line. Just nice calm strokes.
Good thoughtful strokes. Hold that line, little boil line. Fight the spin. Fight the spin.
You're good, hard right. Buddy, you're on me. Go around to the back of my boat.
Alright, I'll lead some through it.
Go to Timmy, he's right behind you.
I had a shitty run. I flipped.
That's alright, buddy. We're good.
I flipped on that boil line at the very top. What a joke.
Oh, but you did great, buddy. You got lined up down at the bottom and... That stinks. My paddle broke in that. Right when we hit that last wave, my paddle broke. Ended up rolling up with half a paddle, bird wing in it. Come here, buddy. Give me a hug. You fucking did it, buddy. You did it. Yeah. Nice. Good job. I mean, I'm proud of you. You rolled up in one of the cruxiest places you could roll up in this river. It's at the top of Lava Falls.
You wanted to see me swim, didn't you?
Maybe I did.
You get the idea that you start out on this big journey and you commit to it. You surround yourself with this amazing team and you push forward, and then reality crashes in and you're swimming through lava like a drowned rat. I don't know, you just keep getting flipped, and it starts to kind of mess with you, you know what I mean? So you're like wondering if you're like offline or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I pulled, and then literally I pulled, and I was through it.
Yep. Yeah.
I was through it. There was nothing left. Line 5. Ready?
Line 5. There you go. Yeah. It was.
All right, I should get my booty beer over with here.
Pour fast.
Booty!
No.
Wait.
It's got to go in first.
What's
Into the
gotta
booty.
go first?
Yeah, we pour the beer into the booty. Yeah, pour the beer in. Yeah, I got the beer. Hold on. Not too much of the whiskey.
And there is a little whiskey going
Okay, there you go. Little skip of whiskey. There it is. And then down it. Drink. Nice work.
Yeah.
Spill a drop.
You'll never swim again.
Probably not supposed to say this, but I hate it when people tell me anything is possible. Barriers, they're not like imagined, they're not perceived, they're real. They're real things with real substance, and they actually hurt a lot. Part of me wants to keep on going and just never look back at this thing ever again.
maybe I just go back and I finish this circle. I finish this thing and I do it fully, not like with just giving into myself. If I have another disaster and I swim through lava, I can live with that as long as I did this thing fully.
Eric pulled me aside. He didn't successfully run lava, he swam lava. And he pulled me aside and he asked me, what would be the possibility if I wanted to run lava again? We're going to be paddling upstream for quite a while, up to the Black Rock, and then we'll make the ferry across. He said, well, if we do this, who do you think should come with us? And I said, your team. I said, your team, all of us. We'll go up, we'll hike up, and we'll go do it again.
When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit.
Just take a deep breath and clear everything. Just be here in the moment and feeling the river.
Thanks, Harlan.
Yeah, buddy. Come here, man. Thanks for letting us be here with you, buddy.
Thanks, Rob.
Welcome, bud. Good job, buddy.
Cool. Thanks for letting us be here with you.
Don't have to come back, though. Nailed it.
Yeah, buddy. Good job, man.
High intensity lava falls. That's high intensity. I didn't really want to, part of me didn't really want to come back and do it, but I just felt like I needed to, and then I sort of tossed and turned last night listening to Son of Lava, thinking should I do it? I tell my kids it's the open heart policy. Just trust and give it a whirl.
understand love. I want to feel it. I don't want to understand trust. I want to feel it. I want to be exposed to things, hard things, easy things, beautiful things, the kind of trust that you have with somebody like Harlan or Rob. I think being exposed to that is what enables you to feel it. And it's something I think I've struggled with a lot of my life. This experience was this chance to live.
This is the geographical end of the Grand Canyon, so you guys are here, man. Get it.
Well, I'm proud of you, Lonnie. Good job.
Too, buddy. Too.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Harlan, great guiding, too.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
And 6 years ago, it's a long time, but I remember when I first came down here and scouted lava, and I remember thinking, I don't know if I can do this. So we're through it. We did it.
Yeah, you know, it's can't imagine doing it with someone I have any more respect for.
Good job, you guys.
I'm all right, Mike.
It's all right. Hold that line. Hold that line. About 10 feet from the beach, buddy. Small left. And there's the beach right there.
The beach. Aw.
Like a 1 foot step up right down here. Nice. Really flat on top of it.
Hey, Daddy. Little buddy.
What?
You guys are crazy.
You're welcome.